Last time at Slow Times at Roy High. Man, I'm glad we are back.
I know, having the time off was great. I just hope we didn't miss much.
Well, we took time off at the right time when not a whole lot of things happened during the time off.
Yeah, I agree with you there. It's usually kind of quiet. Hey, who is this guy?
Hello, gentlemen. I am a representative of the Multiverse of Entertainment. I just wanted to come and update you on things you have missed.
All right. Well, I didn't know there was a rep for the Mo. I just thought it was just us.
You think the world is going to let you guys be the only one in this universe? Nope. I am here just to keep you up to date of what you've missed.
Okay, well, there's probably not that much that we missed, so what do you have for us?
Well, let's start with the bad news. We lost a lot of celebrities while you were gone.
Oh, Kardashians. Oh, Kardashians. Oh, Kardashians. Oh, Kardashians.
Nope.
Fuck!
First, we lost Bob Barker. You know, the host of The Price is Right.
Ah, no way. He was so close to reaching 100 without going over. Who's going to remind us now to spay and neuter our pets?
Well, that's a good question. Maybe Drew Carey. I don't know. We also lost Pee Wee Herman.
Aw, man. I love Paul Rubens. Now we're going to know what the secret word of the day is.
Hyde from That 70 Show is going to jail for 30 years.
Well, in the words of Red Foreman, what a dumbass.
The writers and actors are still on strike.
Still? Jeez. Can we just, pay these guys already? Come on, studios.
Oh, Ricky. We lost some wrestlers. Terry Funk and Bray Wyatt.
Damn. Those guys changed the world of wrestling in their own ways.
But you guys still have your show, and no lawsuits or a cease and desist order that comes in the mail.
Well, I guess out of all the sad news, I guess that's the bright side of it.
Yeah, we should hop back in. I miss this place.
Oh, Ricky, one more thing. Natalie Portman is back on the market.
Hot diggity, I still have a chance.
Armageddon is almost upon us. I got news for you, it's already here.
Hello, travelers. You're about to enter into a multiverse all about TV shows and movies. Welcome yourself into the Multiverse of Entertainment podcast. It's where our panelists talk about all the news stories, deep dive discussions on topics, and enjoy some nostalgic entertainment as well. Now, here are your hosts, Mitch Workman and Ricky Palmer. Hello, everybody. We're back. Woo!
Yay, I'm here.
Oh man, I know. It's good to be back into the multiverse of entertainment. We've haven't been here for a while. We've been on vacation. I've been to Disneyland. You've been to Disney World. We'll talk about that here in a little bit. And all the fun stuff you should go check out while there. And also some news about D23 about the parks. I think it's going to be interesting, Ricky, don't you think?
Yeah, I always enjoy D23. It's nice to hear coming in the parks, and if this was a regular year, we'd hear about TV and movies, but
yeah, with the strikes going on, not much going on there. But
yeah.
First off, hopefully those who went to FanX this weekend, I hope you guys had a good time. You probably are getting the con crud right now, so if you're feeling shitty right now, sorry.
Yeah, I know that feeling. I've been there before and done that.
I know, that's like the one thing. It's like either, make sure you have proper hygiene and make sure you have a lot of hand sanitizer, some cold medicine, because you will catch something probably.
Yeah, and wash your hands.
Oh, yeah. And for that one guy that's stuck with all that paint on you, you got to keep scrubbing. Oh, man. No, we're back. We like to thank Uncle Buck for letting us borrow the Beast to come in on, because we got a good thing going on today since, we're a little late coming into the program, but school's back in session. I mean, it's been going on for a month now, but the kids are back. College kids are going back to school. So we've got a lot of fun stuff to talk about with schools, like some high school movies we're going to talk about later. We've got also Clockwork coming up. I think me and Ricky are excited to talk about the ones we've watched. And I think we're excited to talk about the ones we are going to make the other one watch coming up. I think it's going to be a fun time.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I enjoyed the one that you gave me and it was another one of those pleasant surprises that we've talked about in the past.
Mm-hmm. That's good. And then, we're just going to have a good time. So, since we're had the time off, we've probably catched up on some stuff. Ricky, what have you been watching lately? Anything good you've been checking out in movies or anything on TV?
Yeah, so TV-wise, in this Ahsoka, I've watched Ahsoka, but I'll let you elaborate on that. Harley Quinn season, what is this, 3 or 4?
Season 4.
I was late to the party, so it took me a while to catch up, but I'm on season 4.
Did you see they have a spin-off coming of a spin-off series for Harley Quinn?
I did not.
It's Kite Man.
Oh,
hell
God.
Yeah.
Okay. He was funny in season 3, yeah.
Oh, I love Kite Man. Hell yeah.
But that should be good. And then on the movie, sad news, and thank you, Mitch, for reporting this. And if I had a sound effect that says "I told you so," but unfortunately, The Wonder Years was canceled after 2 seasons.
What would you do if we had to cancel you?
I thought it was dead in the water, because if you take like a year and a half off, most people just lose interest. And then I have a boatload of movies, and I'm not gonna do full reviews. I'll just give you a yay or nay, Mitch. The Weird Al movie, I watched it on the plane.
Isn't
that
it
movie
great?
was crazy. It's great, but it's crazy. Did he really date Madonna?
No, that's what it is. It's supposed to be a parody of his life. That's what this whole movie is.
Okay.
And that's what I love about it. It's a whole and Weird Al helped write it. So it's just Weird Al, making fun of his life, and he's trying to make fun of like all, those whole biopics of like, how you had like Elton John and Freddie Mercury. He's like, well, I could do something like that, but more of like Weird Al way.
Oh, it was weird. It was, and the crazy thing too is when I watched it, it was a couple days after we lost Paul Rubens, and there's a guy that plays Pee Wee in it, and I'm like, oh God. But the Weird Al movie, you reviewed this before we left, but the Ninja Turtles, that was really good. I enjoyed it. You for the most part, you were pretty right on everything. I enjoyed it. Blue Beetle, if you haven't been able to catch that one, Mitch, I'd say give it one watch. Give it one watch. It's not horrible. It's pretty funny.
I think it's funny because I've heard like a lot of people, like the critics wise, it has a better rating than compared to Flash and Shazam and Black Adam. So
really?
A lot of people are really liking it. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. But that was one that we were on the fence, but we heard good reviews on it. And then 2 other movies real quick. The Equalizer 3. It scared the shit out of me because it's very violent. It's really violent, but it's good. If you like Denzel, which I do, it's good.
Like, are we talking like violent where like, ooh, where you
no, violent as in like, you remember the pencil scene in you want to see
Dark
a magic
Knight?
trick? Yeah, it's stuff like that. Like the basic premise is he's in Italy, and they're I don't know how to explain this, but it's like a small village, but to keep your little shops and stuff, you have to pay these bad guys like
so kind of like the mafia coming in is like, hey, give us some money.
Yep. Yeah, give us money now or you lose your shop.
Well, it'd be a shame to see you lose your perler bead company here that I will break. Oh, look at all these perler beads. Maybe I should just bring a iron and just melt them all to death.
Yeah, something like that. Well, Denzel sees this, and wackiness ensues, but not in a funny way.
Man, I wouldn't want to fuck with Denzel's shop. Whatever he's selling, just buy it. Just buy it. Just buy whatever he's selling. Just buy it.
Yeah, and the thing is he's a tourist, so he's not under, like, he's just there as a tourist, and it just goes, And
hey, man, I just came and bought stuff, and you cut in line because you want these people to give you money. What the fuck, man?
And finally, a movie that another good video game movie, Gran Turismo, was really good. Mitch, I would highly recommend it. And Dan, the guy that I go to the movies with, he's not a sports guy, and he liked it.
Oh wow, that's really saying a lot. Like, you know, for someone that's not a sports fan, they liked it. So
yeah, it was. There wasn't that much racing, but it is a true story. It is mostly about the video game, but it was a really good performances by, oh god, he's a bad guy, David. Oh god,
David Harbour.
Yeah, David Harbour does really good, and the guy from the Pirates of the Caribbean movies, I
Orlando Bloom.
Orlando Bloom. Thank you, Mitch. Thank you. They both have really good performances, and it keeps the trend of good video game movies. I'll say that.
Oh, I definitely want to go see it because I see that it has ginger spice in it.
But other than that, nope, that's about it for my viewing pleasure while I was gone. And then we will get to the other stuff of when I was gone.
Yeah.
How about you, Mitch? What have you been up to?
Definitely, I'll definitely check out those movies. I think I never got a chance to go. I didn't get a chance to go see them, but they looked really good. But on the most with I've been watching Good Omens season 2, which dropped back in July. We are about one episode left. What Good Omens is, Ricky, is it's based off the book by Terry Pratchett and Neil Gaiman, and in the first season, basically what they're trying to do is find the Antichrist, who's supposed to bring on the apocalypse. And they thought they did and you have David Tennant and Michael Sheen play Crowley and Azrael, who they decide, okay, we don't want this to happen. So they switch the child. And so now they don't know where the Antichrist child is in the world, and all the world is coming apart. So they have to find the Antichrist.
Is this a comedy?
It's a comedy.
God.
It's funny. It's based off the book, and then they did a season 2, which is weird because the first one they kind of was saying it was like a limited series, like a mini series, because it's only one book. It's only based on one book.
Okay.
And they decide, well, it was a big hit. They bring back Michael Sheen, David Tennant, and the second season's all right. There's some things I kind of missed from the first season I like that they don't have in this season, but it's still fun. It's mostly watching for Michael Sheen and David Tennant. Their chemistry, they're real friends in real life, and they're just fun to watch.
Well, and the reason why I asked if it's a comedy, because I just had the Benny Hill music pop into my head when you said they lost the Antichrist.
Oh, so what's great about this is like the opening credits, the opening credits for the show. It has like this great animation. It has like Monty Python animation feel for opening credits.
Okay.
So it's fun. And it's, like I said, the reason to watch is for those two. They're just fun and hilarious. And Michael Sheen plays the angel and David Tennant plays the demon, and it's just funny.
Okay. At first I thought it was serious. I was like, oh, is this serious? But
no. But check it out on Amazon if you have Amazon Prime. It's funny. The other one I've been watching, I still got to catch up on Harley Quinn. I think we'll watch like the first 2 episodes. So, then the other one too, like you said, I've been watching Ahsoka. Ahsoka, I'm gonna say this as a Star Wars fan, and I know some people are gonna be mad at me. I like it better than Mandalorian on Disney Plus.
Oh, okay.
What I love about Ahsoka, and I think this is what I tell people, if you have not watched Clone Wars or Rebels, there's gonna be some things you're gonna miss out. You're not gonna know what's going on. But if you've watched those shows, you know what's going on. And to me, it just feels like it's a love letter from Dave Filoni telling the fans who've been there since Clone Wars, who've been there since Rebels, to say thank you. Thank you for sticking with us, you know? And I love the cast. I think Rosario Dawson's great. I love Mary Elizabeth Winstead as Hera. I think she is spot on as Hera. And the gal they've got to play, Sabine, is fantastic too. I love it, and I feel sad that Ray Stevenson died before this came out because, I think a lot of us want to thank him for his. I love his character and his Padawan. I think they're great. I love their dynamic, and I love how he's kind of, I don't know, like he doesn't want a war to begin, but he's like, he knows, I don't know, just something about his, like he doesn't like to try to kill other Jedis, because they're very few, and it's,
So
sad.
are they the bad guys? I
don't know. Right now, it's
like they are.
And I'm not gonna spoil something.
Okay.
Because for those who haven't watched, but someone comes. There's a great line, and I'm not gonna say who said it, but it is an awesome line, and it's the "For once was a dream is now a reality for those who oppose us." It's like, oh damn, that line is so good. But go watch it. Go watch Ahsoka, please. It's good. There's only 2 episodes left, and
that's the sad thing.
Yeah,
because I feel like it could have done 10, but 8 is good. I'll take it.
Yeah, I'll take 8. Gives me time to watch other stuff that's still available to watch.
Don't worry.
But yeah, that's about pretty much what I've been watching. But I mean, the other thing too is we're football fans and football's back. So I watched the. Oh yeah, the other thing I was gonna tell you to watch is the Hard Knocks with the New York Jets.
Okay.
And if you're a Jets fan, you want to see all the playing time of Aaron Rodgers in the Jets uniform. You're gonna get more of that in that show than you do this season. So
I know we don't like talking about that on this show, but my parents, for day one, before that game even started, well, I hope he gets hurt.
75 seconds later.
Yeah, we love you, Aaron Rodgers. No.
Yeah, I get better. I just think it's funny. All this whole hype of him coming to New York.
I feel bad for the Jets
that
fans.
Happens.
I do, because they have not had a good team in a while, and they were on the cusp.
Yeah, but no, it's sad, but like I say,
it happens.
If you want to see
football.
If you want to see Aaron Rodgers in the Jets uniform, you're going to get more time watching Hard Knocks than the regular season of football. I'm such a dick.
That's okay.
But no, what have you guys been watching? I know there's a lot of stuff out there. I know if you've got Disney Plus, you got Little Mermaid, you got Elemental is on Disney Plus. I've watched that a couple times. That's still a good. I still like Elemental. I think it's
I
really
did.
Good
I liked Elemental. I think that finally the word of mouth got out there, but it was just a long time. It took it a long time.
It took a long time, but it did make a good profit back. It almost made $500 million. So, and I think the other thing too is I think they just marketed that wrong. If they marketed it as a rom-com, I think it would have been great. I think they probably got a bigger crowd because it's a great rom-com. I like it. I like Pixar's first take on doing a rom-com.
Yeah, I liked it. I enjoyed it. I haven't seen it again yet, but I enjoyed it.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, what have you guys been watching? We love to hear. Follow us on Facebook. We're still on Facebook. Into the Multiverse of Entertainment podcast on Facebook, or email us at intothemo@gmail.com. We'd love to hear your guys' thoughts. All right, let's get this show going. Let's talk about some fun stuff. Here we go. So, me and Ricky, like you all know, we've been on vacation. We went to Disney. Well, separate ones.
Yeah, we weren't together on that. Like we do the show and all, but it was different trips.
So you had the chance to go to Disney World. I had the chance to go to Disneyland. Yeah, let's talk about Disneyland. Really, if you have not been to Disneyland, please go. It's fun. We had a great time. We came right around the time before San Francisco actually opened up. So we didn't get a whole lot of chance to do the meet and greet with Baymax and Hero and go to the Baymax store. But we did try some of their food there, and I will tell you this: they have the best clam chowder I've ever eaten in my whole life.
Okay.
It comes in this sour bowl, bread bowl, or sourdough bread bowl, and the chowder is just so damn good. It's worth the money. Go to San Francisco. I wish I could remember the name of the place that we got it. I can't, but it's so good. I checked out the new ride, the Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railroad, and it is fun. It is adorable, but it's also fun. So the premise is you go through this movie theater, and what's fantastic about this movie theater, Ricky, is it's like almost like a museum of Mickey Mouse. Like they've got stuff that goes from, when he was 1920s, 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s. Like you see the different eras of Mickey.
Really?
And they have like different items from different shorts. They had like little mock posters. Like my favorite one was they did of the Rocketeer, but instead it was with Mickey and called it the Mouseketeer.
Oh, that's cool.
They had like like the the Chipmunk Trap instead of the Parent Trap with Chip and Dale.
That's cool. That's a good one.
Yeah. So it's when you go on the ride, it's not even that big of a line. The times we probably took us about maybe 20-30 minutes. So it's because it's one of those rides where about 16 to 20 people can get on at the time. So it really keeps the line moving. But the whole premise of the ride is you go on this ride. Mickey and Minnie are going on a date. Goofy crashes the train. And so basically it's Mickey trying to save everybody on the train and Goofy to make sure we get back on the track.
Oh.
It's fun. It's adorable. I would recommend that for everybody. It's Mickey and Minnie's Railroad. Runaway Railroad. The only thing I did not get a chance to do, Ricky, was Mr. Toad's ride. I always loved Mr. Toad's ride. Yeah,
that's an oldie but a goodie. That one is not at the Florida park. That's only a Disneyland exclusive.
The other thing too, we quite enjoyed. We went there when they had Rogers the Musical. Now, if you don't know what this is, if you've watched Hawkeye on Disney Plus, you might remember that they did like a Captain America Rogers musical that Hawkeye went and was like, "Oh God, why am I here?"
I remember that.
Yeah. So they did like a 30 to 40 minute musical play. And it basically goes from where, he becomes Captain, from where he was Steve Rogers before the serum, then he becomes Captain America, gets frozen, and then comes to present day, and Nick Fury has a song to kind of bring him up to speed of what he's missed in the past 70 years.
Oh God, that had to be funny.
It was funny. It's pretty good. And one of the guys that played Steve Rogers, before the super serum, the guy who played him, he's actually from Logan, Utah. He's a Utah native. So.
Oh, well, that's cool.
Yeah, but yeah, it was very interactive. We got like popcorn. We got a tin. We had a lanyard that I feel bad because when I did the Guardians ride, I had the lanyard still on, and I was sitting next to this guy and just kept whacking him in the face every time we did the drops.
Oh yeah. I did not do that ride in Florida. Sorry, I can't. There it's still the Hollywood Hotel, but I can't.
Mm-hmm. But no, if you guys want to go have a fun time. I know they're going to release some stuff coming here soon. They did just open up Tiana's Palace, her restaurant. Not the ride, but the restaurant in the French Quarters, because they had it closed off for a while, and they have it all ready as Tiana's Palace. And they just opened up that just recently, in the past couple weeks. So if you want to go get some good gumbo food there, go there. I've heard great stuff about it. We got our Hatbox Ghost sipper. We came back with like a lot of sippers and tin and popcorn tins. So,
aw,
yeah. But yeah, go have a fun time. I would recommend going to Disneyland. The one I would not recommend, don't go during Christmas time, because I did that last year, and that place is crowded.
Well, I would suggest I know by the time this drops, it's going to be close to October. But don't go there either when it's Halloween time, because I hear it's chaotic.
Not too bad.
It's not?
No, when we've gone a couple times for Halloween, and it's actually not that bad. Plus, the other thing, too, it's only chaotic if you want to do the Oogie Boogie Bash in California Adventure.
Okay.
Those tickets sell out quick, though. So, but usually what the Oogie Boogie Bash is, I think it's Sundays, Tuesdays, and I think Thursdays, if I remember. At 6 o'clock, they kick pretty much everybody out of California Adventures, unless those who bought Oogie Boogie passes. And Oogie Boogie passes, basically, you can go around to like different spots in the park, and you can see villains. They had Oogie Boogie. They'll have like Sid from Toy Story. They introduced 2 new ones this year. They had Judge Doom from Roger Rabbit. And if you watch the videos, the guy is fucking spot on and creepy. He does it really good. Man. The other villain they had is what's his name? The bad guy in Big Hero 6 in the whole Kabuki mask.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, so he's there too. They also have Ernesto from Coco, and they have they have a lot of good villains there, and it's basically you go dressed up in costumes, take your kids, and go around and get candies, and it's fun. We did it one year. It's a blast. But that's the only time it gets really crowded is when they close the park down for that. And if you don't have the pass, you gotta leave. But if you have the pass or the bracelet, you stay for the fun. So
I met a cute girl that way because they came in from Indiana, and they were going to the party that day. But it's called Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party, and we got kicked out, but they didn't.
So yeah, definitely go to Disneyland if you guys get a chance. It's pretty fun. No word yet on when the updated Splash Mountain's gonna be opening. I'm gonna say for Disney World, that's gonna be the first one it opens in, and the Disneyland, I'm probably gonna say maybe, if anything, probably end of next year or probably wait till early 2025. So.
Ooh, ouch.
Well, because they've been working on it. I think the thing is the one for Disney World, they closed that in January, but in Disneyland, they didn't close that one down until like May. So
gotcha.
Yeah. How was Disney World? Anything cool you saw? Had fun?
Oh yeah. Disney World is really cool. Now, the one thing that is different from its sister park in California is there's a lot of resorts. Now, I did not. I just found out actually today from my buddy. I was hanging out with him before the recording. There is 3 resorts in California. I thought there was only 1, but I guess there's 3 in California. But the one in Florida has a lot. I can't name all of them. We stayed at a really good one. I would recommend it. It's called Coronado Springs. I know that off air, our good friend Chris Green and them said that it's okay, but for it being okay, it's still good to go to. I liked it. I thought it was okay. Very nice. I sent you guys some pictures so you saw what it looked like. So yeah, I would highly recommend that resort. We went for, I don't know how many days you went, but we were there for I think 6 days. We had the first day we flew in and we didn't do nothing. But we had 5 days on the parks. I tried every park. Now, in California, there's 2, but here there's 4. There's the Animal Park, which is the least amount of stuff. Then the Magic Kingdom, Hollywood Studios. That's where you'll find your Star Wars stuff. And then the last park is Epcot, which Epcot was okay. There isn't tons of rides at Epcot. It's right now, it's still going on, I think, till November, is the Food and Wine Festival. And there's more booths that are food-oriented for all the different countries. So that was good. There was the ride there I would recommend. There's 2, but I only got to ride 1. Was the Ratatouille ride. It was really cool.
Aw.
Long wait, but it was really cool. I like the Ratatouille ride. It's like you're a rat. I'll just put it that way. I don't want to give too much away, but it's like you're a 3D rat. And it's a dark ride. It's what they call a Disney dark ride. And then Guardians is also in Epcot, but since it's still kind of so new, they have virtual queues, and I won't go into all that because that's, a whole thing. But,
yeah, it takes a while to get into that. So
yeah, it told us to come back at 8:00 at night, and with the person I was traveling with, that was a no. But the new ride I did do was the Tron ride, and that's cool. That's at the Magic Kingdom. It starts you off by telling you that you're all users, and you're in a race against Tron, the bad guy. And it's the ride itself is like a motorcycle, so it's a little uncomfortable at first when you get on there. But if you do have like back issues or you can't do it, you have to wait. But there is one car that's not a motorcycle. Okay. But unfortunately, I think it was only on 1 or 2, so you may have to wait a little bit if you're in a group. But the motorcycle part was cool. It goes from like 0 to 60 really quick, and you go up a hill, and that's in outdoors. So the hill's outdoors, and it's covered because of the Florida sun. And then you drop down into the dark ride part, and it's like you're on a fast motorcycle. Really awesome. I know you've done these rides, so I'll keep them brief. But the Star Wars rides, I've never done those before, and those are really good. I would.
What'd you think of Rise of the Resistance?
I like that one a little bit better than the
Smuggler's Run.
Even though the animatronics, God, Disney, like, just when I think I get mad at you, I go to the parks and the animatronics are freaking spot on nowadays. Because I don't know Hondo. The Hondo looked like it was a real person. I swear to God, it looked like a real, and then, but I did like Rise of Resistance better. And we rode it twice because our 5th day was a quote-unquote free day. So we just went back to Hollywood Studios. And there's 2 different point of views on that ride. Because they make you go down, you go down the same hallway, but you go different ways. So, because
one is like you can go up a lift and you're getting shot at the front of the AT-AT, and the other one is like you're going up a lift, but there's stormtroopers on the side shooting you with their blasters.
Correct, because the second time I rode it, I was like, holy crap, there's stormtroopers right there. But the first time I didn't notice that. And so that was cool. And then another new ride to me was the same one you mentioned, the Mickey's Runaway Railway. But the thing that I didn't like about yours sounded a lot cooler than ours, because what they did with ours is they took an old ride. It's called the Great Movie Ride, and they just refurbished it. So I didn't see all the posters and stuff that you did in the queue. And then lastly, for new rides, the Slinky Dog Dash was really cool. That's cool. Over in Toy Story Land. And then real quick, I'll mention a couple of food things. The first day I went to one called the Sci-Fi Drive-In. Now that's been around forever there, but because we have a love for movies, you get to eat in a car and it's dark, like you're outside, and they have these old 1950s clips, not full movies, but like clips of scary monsters and like commercials for electric cars and things like that. So it's really it's really cool. It's really cool. And then the one that all of you guys like in our friend group wishes they could have went to is the Andy's Barbecue Roundup, or Woody's Barbecue Roundup. Theming wise, oh my god, that's good. I would highly the theming for it, it's so cool. It's like you're in a little play set, and the chairs are Monopoly things or other board games, and they tell you could freeze too if you want to, but they tell the waiters and waitresses to freeze, like they say Sid's coming. Now, they say at the very beginning, when you walk in, they're like, Andy's in school right now, so you won't see Andy, but it's cool. It's cool. For recommendations, I would just say with the one in Florida, since there's so much to do that I know we went 5 days, but it's hard to do everything in one day. You're not going to hit everything, because I didn't, and I'm not going to go into why, but I didn't hit everything, and I wanted to, but I would recommend staying on one of their properties, and you can pick from any one of them. There's a bunch of them. There's some that are more convenient than others, for transportation wise, I mean. But overall, I'd say it was a great trip. It was a fun trip. So
nice.
I know Florida's far away for some people, but if you do ever get to go out there one day, it's worth it.
Yeah, I would like to try to go there one time. Just at least once,
Avatar
just to
Land.
experience.
Sorry.
Yeah, how was Avatar Land?
Yes, okay, so Avatar Land. I didn't get to go at night, which is okay. One day I will. But the ride there, holy cow, that one almost made me sick. Not because it's a bad ride. So the ride structure is the same as Tron. You get on this thing that looks like a motorcycle, but it's a Banshee, and your back moves like you're getting connected to the avatar.
Oh, to like the creature.
Yes. And what they do is, and this is another one of those Disney secrets that make you think like you're not standing in line, but you are. They put like 10 of you in a room, and they take like avatars. They like scan your body. That way, when you get into the ride room, you connect to that Banshee and stuff. And
that's so cool.
Yeah, it is. It's cool. Like it's one of those like Disney tricks that makes you think you're not in line, but you still are. But it's fun. I would say that. I did not get to do the water ride that's connected to it, but I hear good things about it. The river, I can't remember what it's called, but the Ganges River or whatever the river is in Avatar. I did not get to do that ride, but the Flight of Passage is fun. Some of the dips and the dives, I almost got sick.
Like, whoa. Oh man, I'll have to check that out. What are some of your guys' favorite Disneyland or Disney World rides, or what are some new things you're looking forward to? I know next year we're all looking toward Tiana's place with being renovated with a Splash Mountain. I think it should be fun. I also have some news story about the parks. Yeah! What a way to segue, huh? As you know, D23 happened while we were gone too. D23 is a little bit different this year due to the writers and actors strike, so they didn't really come out and promote any new movies or TV shows coming out here in the near future, but they did come out and talk about some rides that they're bringing to Disney World and Disneyland. One of the things at Animal Kingdom, I don't know if you saw this, but they have Dinosaur USA.
Yeah, I did go to Dino Land, yeah.
Yeah, they're actually, well, good, because that's the last time you were going to do it, because they're actually retheming Dino Land USA and make it Tropical America with Zootopia.
All right.
So yeah, I know some people are kind of on the defense of it because a lot of people do like Dino Land USA, but then some people are like,
okay. So here's something for you, real quick, Mitch. Some people are psychotic when it comes to like rides changing. They're like diehard Disney fans. And if you say something's changing, they lose their shit.
It's like, don't tell me you're changing it.
Yeah,
don't do it.
Yeah, but go ahead. Sorry, Mitch.
No, but yeah, some people just need to calm down, man. Some of the other things they announced too, they're doing a test track. Not a whole lot talking about it, but it's kind of like almost like where they have. In Disney World, there was Autotopia, or Disneyland, there's Audiotopia. They're kind of doing something like this, but like with being helped with Chevrolets coming in to help out with this project. So not a whole lot brought up about it, but they said it's something to do that's going to come. It's like, okay. If you're a big fan of Moana, The Journey of Water, which was inspired by Moana, that's going to be opening up here in mid-October. So be on the lookout for that, Disneyland. Located at World Nature, The Journey of Water promised to be an immersive walkthrough experience like no other. So if you're a big fan of Moana, check that out in mid-October. They're also going to have Moana there, so you can do meet and greets with Moana. I think that would be fun for the kids.
Yeah, I just missed that one. I think, and they board that stuff up tight, so I didn't see nothing.
World Celebration is going to be opening up this December with World Celebration. It's going to be a lot of different World Discovery. It's going to be at Epcot with World Discovery and World Nature. I think this is where they can also have the Encanto themed area there too. So,
oh, nice.
Aisha, the new Disney princess, coming up with the new Disney movie Wish coming out here soon. She's going to be making her debut at Disneyland, Disney World, and Disneyland Paris as well. So be on the lookout for that when that movie comes out in November. If you're a big fan of the Pirates of the Caribbean ride in Disney World, well, guess what? You're going to get a tavern right next to Pirates of the Caribbean. They're putting a new restaurant there called, what they have it? I think they're just called a Pirates Tavern. Should be a lot of fun. So, you know, do some Pirates rides and go get some rum right after. Yo! The Country Bear Jamboree. A good old attraction that's been there forever at Disney World. They're getting a remake. They're refurbishing it and putting in some new songs, some new things. They'll probably be closing that down here soon, probably end of year. They're looking more toward a 2024 opening. So if you're a big fan of the Country Bear Jamboree, be ready for that next year for a new updated version. The Hatbox Ghost for Haunted Mansion is going to make his Magic Kingdom debut. So you're going to see him there as well. For those who always loved him at Disneyland but didn't get the experience at Disney World, you're going to get the Hatbox Ghost. He's going to be there. One thing that's coming to both Disney World and Disneyland, with Star Tours, they're going to be updating some new... they're adding some new Star Tours rides based on Ahsoka and the Mandalorian.
No way.
Yeah, so you might get like, you know, a call from maybe Ahsoka or maybe Mando or Bo-Katan telling you, hey, I got a special mission for you.
Awesome.
Words on that is supposed to be coming out spring of next year, so be on the lookout for that. Also Disneyland Paris too for our French listeners. Don't worry, I will not make fun of you. Oh shit, I lost them. Damn it. And then another big thing too, one for Disneyland, because you know you're thinking, well, God, all this stuff's going to Disney World. What's happening at Disneyland? Disneyland with Avengers Campus. They're going to have a new ride there. They're going to put in a new ride, basically based on Tony Stark technology, where you're traveling to a universe to fight King Thanos.
Yeah.
So,
I've always thought that a Thanos ride would be good.
No, you know what they should have put there after watching Thor: Love and Thunder?
What?
They should have put an ice cream stand there called the Infinity Cones.
Oh, God.
No, you shut up. I want Infinity Cones. I think that would have been fun in Avengers Campus.
I haven't been there yet, so I don't know.
I know. I will tell you, if you go to Avengers Campus, get the shawarma, breakfast shawarma. Oh, it's so good. But yeah, no word yet when that's coming out, but they're probably going to say maybe 2025, 2026. So it's still in early developments, but they are working on that. And that's really just all the stuff going on with the D23. So
thank you,
hopefully,
Mitch.
Yeah. So yeah, hopefully you guys are excited for Disneyland, Disney World as we are, and hopefully you guys have a vacation coming up here soon that you enjoy. I think yeah, let's hop back online and book another trip.
Give me a couple of years. I need to recover from this one money wise.
I need Your financial support. Have you ever been forced to watch a movie or TV show that made you go, "Please stop! I don't want to do this anymore!" Ah! Welcome to the Clockwork Assignment, where we force each other to watch something the other has not seen. As it said at the beginning of the intro, it's the Clockwork Assignment, where we challenge each other to a movie we have not seen. And we just have to come back and give our thoughts of what we thought. Ricky, I challenged you to Tenacious D and the Pick of Destiny.
Oh, yeah.
What was your thoughts about it, Ricky?
So, earlier this year, yeah, you challenged me on School of Rock, and I was pleasantly surprised. And this one I was too. I don't know if it's just because it's the chemistry that Jack Black has with forgive me, it's been a while since I watched it. His
Kyle
partner,
Gass?
Kyle Gass, yeah. Thank you. I don't know if it's their chemistry or what, but it was funny as hell. I would actually recommend it. It's a crazy road trip story. You know, first there was a lot of cameos in it, which, by the way, spoiler, but it's an old movie. Is his dad Meatloaf?
Yeah, his dad was Meatloaf.
Okay, all right. So JB gets kicked out of the house and he runs away from home because he plays that devil music, and he goes and finds Kyle Gass's character. They're like on the street corner in L.A., and he kind of cons him at first. Because, like, he's not this huge band guy like he thinks he is. But they go on this, like, huge road trip to find the Pick of Destiny. And they form a band together. And it's just a wackiness ensues. I would highly recommend it. I can't remember. Yeah, I caught this movie on Max. And I would tell people to watch it. It's pretty cool. The devil stuff at the end, though. When that character turns into the devil at the end, that was awesome. That was.
Oh, you want to know? Do you know who it was that was the devil?
No,
that was playing the devil. It's Dave Grohl from Foo Fighters.
Oh, okay. Okay, I could see that now.
I love it. Yeah, I'm with you though. The cameos are just funny. I think my favorite one is Tim Robbins.
Yes,
like
Tim
the most
Robbins
unexpected one.
But and then there was a bros before hose scene.
Yeah,
I think. Was it Kyle Gass that was trying to pick up on the chicks?
Yeah,
and Jack Black's like, I'm going to go out on my own if you're not going to help me. So.
Oh, man. Yeah, and then I know you challenged me to a good one. I know it just came off of Max, so it's not on Max anymore, but I caught it in time. You challenged me to National Lampoon's Vacation with Chevy Chase, Beverly D'Angelo, Randy Quaid. I really liked it. I thought it was fun. The funny thing is I watched this like a week before I went on my vacation. I'm just sitting there thinking the whole time, this is probably going to be me. I'm going to lose my goddamn mind.
Did you, though?
No. We had fun, though. No, it was just funny. You can definitely tell, like, in a day of age in the 80s compared to now. Like, now these days, kids have tablets and, phones, so they can have ways to keep themselves entertained. But back then, driving across country, you didn't have a whole lot of things to keep you entertained. So,
yeah, and
I left at the. I think my favorite part is where they're in the car, and they're just like, let's just cancel the trip. And he just goes on that line. Fuck, we're gonna be coming back with the happiest smiles on our face. We're gonna be singing Zippity Doo now, our assholes.
That was one of the best rants in movie history, I gotta say, because he's so close to the park, and the kids are tired and they want to go home, and the wife wants to go home, but that monologue was just awesome.
And then I laughed at the guy who's Mr. Duncan from Home Alone 2. Yeah, like, oh my god, you are like really trying to look like Walt Disney. Jeez.
He did. Yeah. Kudos to that guy, because he looked like Walt Disney.
So, but no, I thought it was fun.
That's Mr. Duncan from the Home Alone 2.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
And I also did like John Candy.
Oh,
sorry, folks.
The park's closed.
All right, Ricky. So I've got one up for you. I think you're gonna like this one. You might. I don't know. Because we are in spooky time season. Why not throw in a good A good animated dark fantasy horror movie. Woo! I'm going to challenge you to the 2009, I believe it was Academy Award winning. No, it was nominated though.
Oh, okay.
Academy Award nominated film, Coraline, based on the novel of the same name by Neil Gaiman. This is directed and written by Henry Selick, who directed Nightmare Before Christmas. This story tells about a girl, Coraline, who she moves to a new old house in Oregon with her parents and just kind of feels, disconnected, just, just being a typical kid that just doesn't want to be there.
Yeah.
But soon things start to happen, and I don't want to spoil anything, but she finds a hole to go into another dimension, but she runs into ragdoll parents or ragdoll people that look like the people from her world, but they have buttons for eyes.
Uh-oh.
Mm-hmm. This is a good cast. They have a great cast for this. You have Dakota Fanning as the main character, Coraline. You have Terry Hatcher. You have Keith David, Ian McShane, and it's really good. I really like this movie, and it's fun. I wouldn't say fun, but it's good, like, story, and it's very haunting. It's still a kid show in a way, but it does have its scary moments, but it has, like, if you like Nightmare Before Christmas, you're gonna love the animation of this too.
Okay, because I do like that one. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Because I want you to check this out. You can actually check this out on Max right now. It's called Coraline.
All right. Well, I also have an animated movie for you.
Okay.
It's from 2002. It's called Lilo and Stitch. I was a little surprised that you have not caught this one.
Yeah.
But the cast is Chris Sanders is Stitch, Daphne Chase is Lilo, and then there's another name I want to mention that plays the scientist. The guy that plays Winchester on MASH is the scientist that invented.
Oh, okay.
He invented Stitch, but
David Stiers, yeah.
Yeah. And then Tia Carrera, which you might remember from the Wayne's World movies. She plays her sister.
Swing.
So, yeah. So basically, Experiment 626, which will become Stitch, but he was up for crimes, and the David Ogden Stiers character that invented him, they're both up for crimes of, you can't invent things like that. Well, Stitch takes off on his own in the rocket ship and crash lands in Hawaii, where Lilo, a little girl that, because it's Disney, their parents are dead because it's Disney, and she's having trouble making friends, but they go to an animal shelter and they adopt a dog that turned out to be named Stitch, and wackiness ensues because he's an alien. It's a really good kids movie. Hopefully your little daughter Gwenny can watch this. I think it's cute. It's not too long. It's like barely an hour and a half, but it's got a good message about family and sticking together in hard times. But yeah, I would highly recommend it. Jason Scott Lee is also in it as the girl, the sister's friend David. And Bing Raines plays the, I guess you would call him the one that checks up on you from Child Protective Services, whatever.
Oh, a social worker.
A social worker, thank you. He plays a social worker in it, Bing Raines, which I was like, oh, that is him. But I would say go on Disney Plus and check this out, Mitch.
Nice. I will definitely check that. And that's our Clockwork challenges. Oh, I'm excited to check this out. I hope you like Coraline. I think it's really good. It's also
I've heard good things. Yeah.
Yeah. It's also the same company, production company has done. If you've seen Paranorman, Kubo and the Two Strings, it's that same animation company.
Those two I have seen. Yeah.
Seen. It's from that same animation company too. So it's really good, and I'm excited to check out Lilo and Stitch, especially when they're doing a live action Lilo and Stitch they announced.
Really? Yeah, I see that. Right? Yeah.
All right, school's back in session. I know we're a little month late, but hey, school's still going on. Especially for those who've been left behind.
Oh,
There goes the greatest fourth grader ever, but he's like 30. He was held back a lot. That's one series I really love. That it's only 6 episodes, and I wish they'd never canceled that. Was Clerks, the animated series. It was really funny. And it's just one of the greatest lines I love from that show. Is here goes the greatest fourth grader ever. But he's like 30. He was held back a lot. We're gonna talk about 80s movies, high school movies that took place in the 80s. We both brought up a list, and I'm kind of excited to see what Ricky's got for his 5.
There is a lot. I will tell you this. There is a lot of 80s movies. In case I don't know if you'll mention this one or not, but Lucas, that was a football movie about, like, there was a little kid in it. That's, when I mean little, like he's small, but he's a teenager. Yeah. But that's a cute 80s movie. And then I left off the obvious ones. I tried to go a little more off the beaten path because
okay. All right. So I'll go ahead and start with my number 5. We'll go back and forth 5 to
5.
1.
Okay.
Yeah. Number 5, I put down Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure. It's time traveling, but it's Bill and Ted. Based the premise of the story, they have to pass their history test, otherwise they are held back and can't graduate and all that. So they are met at Circle K of all places, and strange things are afoot at the Circle K these days. But they are met by Rufus, played by legendary comedian George Carlin, who tells them that you guys actually are a big important thing in life, and you have to pass this test. So he gives them the phone booth to travel back in time and find all the people in histories to help them with their history project. And wackiness ensues. So I've got Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure at number 5. What do you got for number 5, Ricky?
Number 5, I have a movie called Hoosiers. It's a basketball movie about a small town basketball team, and Gene Hackman plays the coach. And it's, for the most part, it's what you would think it was, about a small town basketball team. And of course, they call them tropes now, but back then they weren't. That they ended up winning the game, and they had to actually. What's good about this story is there's a kid in it that I can't remember the character's name, but he's one of the best basketball players around. But it took forever to get him on the team because he had like some family issues and he didn't want to play. But eventually they got him, and it made them a stronger team. But yeah, my number 5 is Hoosiers.
I definitely got that one because it's Gene Hackman. You can't go wrong with Gene Hackman.
No, you cannot.
All right, number 4. I got a good one here. I think you might like this one. I think that's a good one. I went with Stand and Deliver.
Oh, that's a good one.
It's a good one. James Olmos and Lou Diamond Films is in this one too. But Stand and Deliver is based on a true story of 1980s. Jaime Escalante, who is a mathematics teacher, who he's supposed to start at this new school, and they actually put him in the wrong, they have him in another class that he's not really good at, but he's just like, okay, I guess there. And he goes there, and it's a lot of, ruffians, a lot of gangsters, gangbangers, all that. And he does his best to connect to these kids and tell them that I will help you out. I will get you guys, and he helps these kids get great at their test scores, accelerate. And then all of a sudden, the school district's like, well, we think there might be some cheating going on. And it's actually an incredible true story. You should go check this out. Stand and Deliver. It's a really good one. I like. What you got for number 4? Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, I was going to say, I've never seen that one. My number 4, you already mentioned, Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure. Yeah, I like that one. Because I like history, so that's why I like that. Is you could go back in time and find all the characters. And then his dad was dating she went to the same high school as them. Like
Yeah,
a couple years.
like she was a year older than them.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
she just graduated, and his dad, which that future me, by the way, because he looks like he's bald too. So is that me with like the creepy 20-year-old girl? You know, no, but no. Bill and Ted's my number 4.
Nice. Oh man. All right. So number 3. This is a good one. I like. It's it's up there, and I had to put it on my list. I went Weird Science.
Oh, okay. I wouldn't have guessed that.
Yeah, directed and written by John Hughes. About 2 nerdy social outcast kids who decide to create the perfect woman, and they get more than what they deserve when they create the beautiful woman. And she, tries to help them become better people, like find ways to make them popular, and make the girls like them and all that. It's just a fun movie, and the one character I love in is Bill Paxton as Chet.
Oh yeah, I've seen. Yeah,
one of the brothers who's just a dick.
Mm-hmm.
And you also got young Robert Downey Jr. in this movie as well. So.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So Weird Science, man, go check that out. What do you got for number 3, Ricky?
Number 3 I have is I did this one more for your wife, but then I found out she didn't like it as much as I thought she did. Grease 2. It just snuck in there. It was 1980. It's about Stephanie, who is the new leader of the Pink Ladies, played by Michelle Pfeiffer, a young Michelle Pfeiffer, by the way. And there is a new foreign exchange student. God, I forget his name now off the top of my head. He's Sandy's cousin, and he's like a bookworm and all this stuff. And he falls for Stephanie, and he has to find any way possible to get her attention, because he's a bookworm. But but yeah, it's not as good as the original. But it's passable. I've seen it all the way through. It's passable. At least for one watch, it's passable. For Michelle Pfeiffer alone, it's passable. The music's not as memorable as the original Grease, but my number 3 is Grease 2.
Okay. All right. That's not a bad one. I think my wife said she liked that one. She's actually all right with that one. But yeah, it's a lot of people say the first one's still the best.
Yeah.
Yeah. So number 2, this, I love this one. This I'm just gonna go ahead and say it. Bueller. I went Ferris Bueller's Day Off, of course. Matthew Broderick, about the kid who just tries to find his way not to go to school, but calls in sick, and takes his friend's Cameron's dad out on town, and they go to a Cubs game, they go to a parade, then he tries to get back in time before he gets caught. Meanwhile, you have his principal at the same time that knows he is not sick, and he's just sloughing. He's going to try to prove that he's not sick to hold him back and make sure he doesn't get out of high school. So, really fun movie. It's just Matthew Broderick's great as Ferris Bueller. I think the museum scene's fun.
Well, I think that whole movie is actually fun. I don't know if I would be more the Cameron character or if I would be the Jennifer Grey character, where she's pissed because Ferris always gets away with this shit.
And he always gets he always gets like he's the favorite.
Correct. Because I would be her. Like, I would follow the rules and go to school and not get in trouble. And Ferris and the people, like, he's not sick, but they sit there and they're like, "Oh, I'm sorry to hear about your brother."
Yeah.
Like that would be, I would be pissed off, because that would be, I would not be Ferris. I would be the sister character, where it's like, fuck. I would, if I did the same thing. I say this at work all the time. I say, if I took a real sick day, they'd be yelling at my ass. But I see people all the time take sick days at work, and then they come back the next day and they're like, "Oh, hey, how's it going?"
Oh man, I know it's a good one. I like it. So Ferris Bueller's Day Off. What do you got for number 2, Ricky? Okay.
My number 2 is a guilty pleasure called Say Anything, and John Cusack's character, his name's Lloyd Dobler, which is like a really funny name. He kind of falls for Diana, which is this straight A student, and she does. She falls for him too. But the father, who's a divorcee, he doesn't approve at all. He's like, you got to go to college. You got to do the right thing. This guy he's just a high school thing, you know. And somehow their love, like, it lasts. It works, and it shouldn't, because he's like a slacker, but it works. And then the iconic the boombox scene with
Peter Gabriel.
Yeah, with the Peter Gabriel song I like it. That's actually what makes me like that movie. Is he's a hopeless romantic, and as much as I'm single, I would like to do, you know, I wouldn't do the same scene, but I like that romantic type stuff.
Okay. Well, I'm going to tell you to do something right now, Ricky. I want you to grab a pen and paper, and I want you to add this to a list of movies that Mitch has not watched that I should challenge him to.
Oh, okay. I didn't.
Yeah.
Really? You haven't? Wow.
I have not seen Say Anything. I mean, I've seen the iconic, you know, the him with the boombox, and that it's just been, you know, because you've seen it done so much.
Yeah.
In pop culture, so yeah, I have to add that to the list down the road.
Yeah.
Let's see. Number one, here we go. Number one. I'm okay. So let's see what you got for number one, but I'll go first. Number one, I got The Breakfast Club.
That is the number one. Yeah.
Is that number one for you too? Yeah,
no, it's not. No, it's not. It's not.
Oh, it's not. You're okay. I can't wait to hear what yours is. But yeah, Breakfast Club. You know, 5 kids from different social cliques, having to spend a Saturday in detention, and they soon realize that they're not so different, no matter of their cliques that they're in. That they each have their own problems, and you know, they realize, you know, what's going to happen after we leave. Are we going to still say hi to each other in the hallway, or are we just going to ignore each other in the hallway? So it's a really good movie. I'd probably say it's probably one of John Hughes' best movies he's directed and written. You got a great cast. You know, you got Emilio Estevez, Michael Anthony Hall, Judd Nelson, Molly Ringwald, Ali Sheedy, Paul Gleason as Richard Vernon, the vice principal. he's great. I love him. But yeah, I've got Breakfast Club. It's a good one. What do you think, Ricky?
You know what makes that movie really good? When you could sit on a plane and actually watch it. Because my flight was direct flight, so they were 4 hours. So I watched The Breakfast Club, and I've seen it a few times. But when you could actually watch it, and I agree with you. I mean, I'm not saying it's the best 80s movies, because there's better, but it's just really good. And it's scary because, like, we're older now, and sometimes I have tendencies of my parents, and I'm sure you do of yours too. And that's one of the iconic things is they all are in the library and they say, are we going to turn into our parents? We all don't want to, but in some ways we do, you know, but it's very good. I've joked at work that they need to remake this, but I don't think you can. I don't think you can duplicate it because, one, I don't think they do detention anymore anyways, but it just, the story itself is hard to duplicate.
Well, I think if you did remake it, it'd be a lot of different type of social cliques you would see, not just based on just, you know, like the jock or the popular girl or the geek or the outcast, but like you also, you know, what about like different races or different like sexuality, genders, you know, stuff like that. Like, would you have that too? Like, you know,
I just think it would be hard. It'd be
hard, and it's kind of hard to. I mean, it's just one of those movies you just got to leave it alone. And yeah, it's just a good one to watch. And the funny thing I like about this movie, it's a very people in Utah loves this movie. So that's
a little surprising.
Yeah, but I mean, it's just really just because of the swearing. But I mean, this is a movie that you can, like, you know, even if you tone down the swearing a little bit, it could have been like a PG-13 movie too. So
yeah,
not a bad movie.
I like it.
Yeah. All right, Ricky, what you got for number one?
So my number one, if you want to talk about movies with different races, is similar to your one of your movies. It's called Lean on Me. I really like it a lot. I do. It's The principal is Morgan Freeman, one of my favorite my favorite actors, and he's the principal in a rundown school. It's a bad school, and they're trying to shut it down actually, but he does everything to get their test scores up. He helps the girls that like their dads disappeared, and there's girls that he's a good father figure. He's just a good principal. But the best line, so he does get arrested, spoiler, but it's an old movie. He does get arrested because he tries to lock out the superintendents and the higher ups in the school district, and they say it's a fire code violation. Well, he goes and he gets arrested, and all these kids go and like not really protest, but just rally to get him out. Like, we want Mr. Clark, we want Mr. Clark. And the superintendent's like, John, you got to stop these kids. Like, they need to go home. It's almost 9:00 at night. And he's like, I don't need to do anything except be black and die. I was like, holy shit. And that's a strong line, but it's a very good movie if you have not seen it.
Yep. Grab that pen and paper still.
Oh,
add that to the list too.
Okay, the next Clockwork, I gotta find it for you, but the next one, that is a really good one.
All right, I'm down for it.
And I don't know if it won any Oscars or anything, probably not, but it's a really good one.
Yeah, nothing nominated for Oscars, but yeah, I'll definitely have to check it out. Because Morgan Freeman's a badass.
He is. In this one, he really is a badass.
So that's movies that we thought about in the 80s of high school and stuff like that. So what's some of your guys' favorite 80s one? I know for some honorable mentions, I put down, I've got like Fast Times at Ridgemont High. I put down Teen Wolf. I think Teen Wolf's a good one too.
16 Candles.
16 Candles is another good one too. I know people would say, well, what about Back to the Future? And it's like, well, that's kind of different in a way.
Yeah, because it's not his high school. If it was Marty in school, and it's like the beginning, because you know how I love Back to the Future. The beginning, yes, it is Marty, and that's real brief. It's more about his parents and stuff, so that's why I didn't include it on mine, and I wanted to go outside of the box on mine.
But I really like these choices. What are some of your guys' favorite? We'd love to hear. Check us out on Facebook or email us at intothemo@gmail.com.
We're coming to the end. See? This is a big ending. Wait! Where are you going?
All right, let's hop back in the beast, Ricky. Woo! Man, it's good to be back for a good fun episode, man.
That was a good one.
Yeah, it's always good to be back and get back in the saddle and get things going again. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this Disney-centric Disney World, Disneyland episode, and high school too. So we promise we'll get better. We will, okay? And just like Starry, man, we hit differently. So yeah, I saw that the other day. That's their slogan. It hits differently. That's
really
your slogan?
That's the slogan. That sounds like a football quote, not a soda. We hit differently.
Yeah, like okay, if you're gonna go with that for a slogan, all right, man. I can think of some better ones like Starry. Hey, we're not Sierra Mist,
but you are.
But you are. But we're not. But you are. Yeah. So we're gonna hop out. We're gonna get back in the beast and hop out and come back for another episode. We'll be back. Check us out. We're dropping episodes Monday mornings. We're always dropping new episodes Monday morning. We're on YouTube. We're on Amazon. We're on Spotify, wherever you get your podcasts from. We're everywhere. Tell your friends, tell your family, and if they hate us, hey, it's your fault. You made them listen to us. That's how I should look at it. Oh man, we can't stand those people. Why'd you make us listen to this show? It's so horrible. You know. But yeah, tell your friends, tell your family, man. We try to have fun. We get a little swearsy, but we still have fun, you know. We'd love to hear your guys' thoughts, man. You know what's one thing I would love, Ricky? Because I know we've got like Halloween coming up, and then we've got Christmas coming up. I want them to think of movies that we might have not seen and challenge us. We'd love to do a good Clockwork challenge. I think it'd be fun if we watch it together, you know, and maybe record it and have a good laugh with it. I think we should, you know, if you've got suggestions, people, let us know. We'd love to hear. I always love a good Clockwork challenge from someone else.
Yes, as long as it's not too scary.
No
Saw movies, please.
I'll tell you to close your eyes, Ricky. Close it, Ricky.
Quick, it's a sex.
Oh, there's a tit. Close them, Ricky.
Oh, yep. That's exactly where I was going.
There's a tit. Close them.
And I covered my eyes. You guys didn't see this.
Even though you got like that one finger peeking through, like a little gap open, like looking through.
Oh God!
I know you're looking.
Roadhouse.
Over the top.
Over the top is a good one.
Oh my
Speaking
God.
of 80s.
You know what? I want people to do this. Find a good 80s movie you think me and Ricky have not seen. Because we'll give you one we should do, Ricky. We need to do one time to watch. We need to watch Losing It.
Yeah, I know. Yeah,
We've still been talking about this damn movie and we have not watched it yet. We still need to watch
Because
Losing
it's Tom Cruise.
It's like Tom Cruise as a guy named Woody.
It's not Toy Story, folks.
No, and nobody else in the movie's named Buzz. I was looking at that. That was my first thing. If his name is like Woody, if there's someone in there named Buzz, I would laugh. But no, there's a guy named Spider. There's a guy named Hot Rocks. Yeah.
Oh God.
Yeah. So it's like, you have a guy named Chewie.
Really? Like Chewbacca?
Yeah. No, just Chewie. Chuey.
Oh wow.
Yeah. I know we need to find where this is and just sit down and watch it together one day and just
I've been looking and I cannot.
I think I've seen it.
Find it.
I think the only thing I really found it on Peacock. Let me double check. I think I looked at this. Yeah, it's on Peacock.
No way.
Yeah. So maybe we should do it sometime. Just get together and watch it and film us. And
right here, Losing It.
We'll just heckle it.
Oh, like a Mystery Science Theater.
Mm-hmm. But anyway, we're gonna head out. As always, everybody. As always, safe travels
and safe entertaining yourself.
Hey you, thanks for sticking through and listening into the Multiverse of Entertainment podcast. If you are a fan of this podcast and like what you heard, be sure to subscribe to us on Spotify, Amazon Music, or wherever you get your podcast from to be notified for new episodes. Please leave us feedback or suggestions for future episodes. And as always, safe travels and safe entertaining yourself.